You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales. Streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Hey guys, give me a minute. I'm running crazy. I am running crazy. Got some bad news for everybody. Really bad news. Mostly bad news for me, but really bad news. But I'll tell you guys in a second once I get my act together, which will take forever. How's everybody doing? It's Friday night. If you are on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up. If you're on Facebook, thumbs up or hearts are appreciated. If you are on Twitch, hit that Android, but not so hard that you break your computer. That joke is getting old. And if you are on Twitter X, hit a heart. Did I lose another pallet? No. Amy's going on vacation. It's bad. It's really, really bad. Amy's going on vacation, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Prices did go up on comics. #1 Marvel fan. That part is disappointing. All right, let me get some stuff together. Wow. I'm so unprepared. I'm always unprepared. By the way, I'm mad at you guys. I'm very, very mad at you guys. Spencer came on the air, put on some great art, lowered some prices because you guys are my peeps, and you didn't buy any. Oh, man, Rex warned me that this could fall, and I just jumped on it with my fat butt. Oh, heard people say my big fat Greek wedding. Well, this is my big fat butt with my fat stomach to go with it. So anyway, anybody pick up Space Ghost this week? Oh, God. This place is hysterical. Hey, Jay, what were you saying that I was accused of buying?
What was it? Winning a Spider-Man. Hold on. It's all the way up here. We got a lot of people in the house. Steve Ditko Spider-Man from Comic Link.
I think that Marcus is deflecting. I think Marcus won it and doesn't want anybody to know that he won it. Come on, Marcus. Tell the truth. You won it, didn't you? Come on. It was you. It was you. Marcus, you're a wrestling fan, right? You are, right? Remember what Vince McMahon said to Stone Cold Steve Austin when he was up on the Titantron, but the higher power was below? And what did McMahon say when he was on the Titantron? I'm close enough. And then the mask comes off and says, "It was me, Austin. It was me all along." So I'm thinking it's you, Marcus. You won the Ditko. It was you all along. Exactly. CJ Vince said I can introduce you to myself. That's bad. That's bad. Oh, Marcus. Oh, Marcus. That is bad. Oh, my God. I can't believe you just said that. All right. So, Jay, I keep forgetting you're like 40. I keep thinking you're like 22. Awesome, Jewish Dragons. Thank you. Oh, wow. Double thank you. You're getting copy signed and giving them away. It's a great book. Stop bringing up Vince, right? Spencer doesn't add color to his hill. Well, I don't know if I add too much color because I'm like the whitest Italian you'll ever meet. So, anyway, Spencer gave you guys a great deal on this cover. Nobody bought it. Truth be told, it was Amy. It was Amy all along. E.C. Harris, I remember 40. I don't remember 40, E.C. So I ended up buying it. I think I ended up getting a little bit of a discount. I can't remember if you put it on the air for $7,500 or not, but that's what I paid, $7,500. So I thought it was really cool. You got Green Goblin, Ben Reilly, Tombstone, and Spider-Man. You know, he had that piece for cheaper. Oh my God. No, he told me it was cheaper here than Clan McDonald. Alberto, you're pulling my leg. So, hey, EC, if you want it, I mean, I wasn't going to put it up for sale, but you can pay me over the course of 3 months. I'll take 20% down. I wasn't planning on selling it. I was like, he didn't have a good show. Let me buy it. Yeah, he told me that he had it for like 9,000 or something on Clan McDonald and brought it for 8,500 here. I don't know. What do I know? I just work here. So McDonald's ain't cheap no more. Ain't that the truth? Hey Lee, how are you, man? DJ. Oh man, that's right. Marcus is the king of the zing. All right, so let's see. Oh, and I left my phone on. Man, it's going to be an ugly week without Amy here. I picked up, I think that's a great cover, though. If something changes, I'll reach out. What'd you pick up, BC? Come on, share. Sharing is caring. Come on. Sharing is caring. What did you pick up? I want to know. Inquiring minds. Come on, man. Help a brother out. Make me feel good. Let's see. I'd rather at this point over McDonald's. Yeah, me too. Alex R, how are you? Let's start 11-cent auctions. Only cost $20 more, and it tastes better, right? And they shake and get change back from your $50 bill. So Corey Russ. We had Lars Man show up. Did we show the picture of Lars Man coming here last week, Jay? We did, right?
I think so, but I saved it just in case nobody else saw it.
Look at that. I made sure I didn't get in the picture because I didn't want. You got 3 great-looking people there. I would have screwed it up for everybody. Plus, I'm so well-rounded, they wouldn't have all fit. So, fortunately for them, I stayed out of it, which was a good thing. So, nice. We got 46 people watching so far. You know what? I'm gonna do early bird specials. All right, since we're talking about saving money, let's do an early bird special. Freshman, number 6, page 10. This is the Seth Green series that was drawn by Leonard Kirk. We're gonna do this for $50. This is from 2008. 2008. $50 for original art that is 16 years old. So, Marcus, I got one question for you. On the Steve Ditko, did you get a payment plan from Comic Link? Comic Art Boston, how are you? So, check it out. This is Seth Green. Look, it's new characters, but look at this. You got a 2/3 splash. You got beautiful line work. This is incredible. So, oh boy. Tam D, how are you? Lee, our Comic Art Boston. Let's see. Anybody else? So, $50 for Leonard Kirk, 16 years old. It is a really nice page, all kidding aside. And Commander in Beef takes it for $50. You got it, Commander in Beef. All right. This is, on many levels, my favorite page tonight. Boy, I did a really good job of turning my phone on silent. This is Villains United Special. Pop this up, Jay. Commander in Beef. Show the... No, that's not the one. That's not the one. I don't even know if I have that other page. This is the page I want you to pop up. Nick screwed it up already. Goo, how are you? Do you have this page?
No, this is the only Villains United I got.
Then it's Amy accidentally uploaded the wrong one. It happens. So, oh, he has the wrong Villains United page. You might have grabbed an old JPEG by mistake. Well, it happens. Don't worry about it. Amy's upset with herself. I told her not to worry about it. This is kind of my favorite page. Look at the just look at the Yanks. Look at how beautiful that is. You got the Royal Flush Gang showing up. You got the Jack of Spades. It is so beautiful. It's Dale Eaglesham with Art T. Bear. This is definitely a keeper. Isn't the ink work gorgeous? I mean, take a look at that. I mean, the bottom panel gives me a Brian Boland vibe. So I just really love it. So $250 for such a great page. And like I said, on many levels, it's my favorite page of the night. Claim. I got to write Commander and Beef. No, I was away the week before. Last week, I did a talk show. I guess you could call it a talk show. I was the only one talking. I did a talk show, so I forgot. I gotta write the stickies and do all the work. Are always the best DC moves. No, 250. I tell you what, Marcus, I'll give you. I picked up 2 Alex Ross covers. Nick, oh my God, that's awesome, Alberto. This is what I'll do. Marcus gets first dibs. Jewish Dragons goes in second. Anybody else, feel free. $200. I'll knock another $50 off. Look at how beautiful that is. 6 incredible, meaningful panels. Look at the look of fear. Art did something other than black and white. Yes, he did. He is a great inker. I mean, Art's been in the business like 35 years, if not more. Jewish Dragons, are you interested? If not, anybody else? I dropped it to $200. $200. Well, it's beautiful. So, not for everyone. I get it. See if I can actually. Yeah, let's get those likes up. Man, it's an exciting night too. We got Nancy coming on later tonight. We got Bill's got a show tonight at 9. We got Bill's got a show tomorrow with Bart Sears. Oh man, so much going on. Let's see. Alberto Ross's are sick. Let's see. Oh, I know. I have some of his DC Wildcat pages. Sticking to Brownie. I got 2 Alex Ross covers too. Hey there. Okay. Hey, Kenneth Bird. How are you, man? I got this touch screen on my computer, and I keep forgetting that when I touch it, I usually screw something up. I don't know how I even get by in life. Thank God I got friends. I get by with a lot of help from my friends. Not even just a little, a lot. All right, so who got the Granoff pieces? Wait, so Alberto, did you get Alex Ross and Granoff? All right, we got some DC art, Dynamite Comics art. Red Sonja versus Spider-Man, number 5, page 5. 4/5 page splash. Mel Ruby, only $400. This is a really good page. 2007, we did an incredible crossover with Marvel, following up on the Marvel team up by Chris Claremont and John Byrne, where Mary Jane became Red Sonja. This is the sequel. It's an incredible page. There's not that much Mel Ruby art out there, Alberto. It is quite rare. So that's the same price I sold it for back in. Wow. All right. So there's no inflation here then. So $400, beautiful artwork by Mel Ruby. This is what Ruben says he sold it for in 2007, and I'm not the person who bought it in 2007 because that was a period I wasn't buying art. So Man, I should look into what I paid for this. I hope I didn't pay more than $400. I don't think I did, but you never know. Goodbye, Ruby. Nickflation, yeah. Nickflation is mostly here. I'm trying to get Nick deflation here. Let's see. All right, so how about some Gabriel Hardman? This is a fantastic Hulk 25 page Gabriel Hardman art. You got Hulk versus Iron Man. Check it out. So much going on. What do we got this at, Jay? $400. What year is this from? 2010. Still, I'm gonna miss you. Oh my God. You weren't buying art? How many hours of Jewish Dragons? There was a good stretch I didn't buy art. Listen, let me just tell you guys something. We went through some lean times over here. I went through some really lean times. Look, business was so bad once, I actually sold almost everything I had. The only thing I held on to was my original art, a good amount of my comics, but not all my comics. I sold a whole bunch of them. I think I sold everything, and I know Marcus will say something funny. Yeah. Nick sold art to fund his mini golf. No, I didn't do that. I sold everything, but I didn't cash in my life insurance because I thought the stress was going to kill me, and I wanted Pam and my family to have life insurance. At one point, I mortgaged the house. Actually, I probably did that more than once. I sold everything except for cashing in my life insurance. I kept some of my comics. I kept my art, and I kept my jewelry. Cue any remarks from Marcus about me keeping my jewelry. My secret society. Let's see. Nick's old plasma. I didn't have it. Please. Yeah, that is true. Hit that thumbs up for the hobby. It's good to be worth more dead than alive. At the time I was, Dan. At the time I was. Yes, I sold my perm. That's it. I sold my perm. Oof, I almost read that wrong. So anyway, yeah, man. Listen, we all go through tough times, you know. Life is only perms. Oh my God. Life throws curveballs. You know, what are you gonna do? I've told you guys so many stories. I don't even know which one I didn't tell you anymore. So tonight, just to keep it going, all right, I'm $50 ahead so far. All right, so really surprised nobody went for the Villains United special or the Hulk. Yeah, even the Red Sonja. All right, let's see. Tell us, Dusty Rhodes, about hard times. I'm not answering that. Thank you, Jewish Dragons. I really do appreciate your doing that too. It's all just stuff. Only one Nick. Well, and EC, honestly, it's more than only one Nick. It's all the employees. I mean, I easily could have just laid off a ton of people, but I didn't want to do that either. So, no, there were stressful times. But, you know, I mean, that's life. I mean, everybody has stressful times, you know? And, you know, sometimes we work our way through it and sometimes we don't, you know? Too bad not enough of you probably know what Sparkle City Comics is, the original owners, because that is one hell of a story for you guys one day. I was, but they're playing little big Naruchis running around. Have non-stressful times. That's right. All you can do is keep swinging. So the two pallets finally found both and found out what happened. I put a lot of time into this, and I wish I didn't because the answer ended up being so clear. So, well, it's a new Sparkle City. They are still on eBay, but I'm talking about Jay Maybrook. How old am I? 55? Like 37 years ago. So a story for another day. Just remind me, and I'll tell you guys. But where's I going? What the heck was I going to say? Pallet talk. Thank you, Semrix. So one of the pallets. So when it was Brandon Sanderson's white sand, and we thought we misplaced 2 pallets, and we're getting ready to work. Brandon's people, Isaac, were going to be kind enough to promote the fact that we still had almost 2,000 copies on hand. And then right as they were going to record it, when I got the list to confirm, the 2 pallets were missing. All of Nick's art, he didn't even notice there was a pallet on there. No, that's not what it is. So what happened was, okay, so we had a lot of bad luck with Brandon Sanderson's white sand from the printer. Really, really bad luck. Took forever to be printed. Matter of fact, if you go to our Indiegogo page, you'll see how bad we got our butts torn. I ended up responding to every customer service email myself. Anniversary day. Hey, Rom, 2814, anniversary dinner is more important. That was your shipment of art. So this was all screwed up. Everything took forever. The deluxe hardcovers should have went out first, but they took longer to come together. We shipped the trade paperbacks. They were in perfect condition. A couple of weeks later, the hardcovers came in. Those shipped out. They were in perfect condition. The deluxe hardcovers came in. 75% of them were printed upside down. Now, if the binding would have been printed upside down too, then we just flip them over. But no, they were printed upside down inside the binding. You published yeah, we do. Go to our website, you can find it. It's a beautiful book. So Sylvia and Paulie got the palette. So the second batch had glitter everywhere. I mean, the glitter was everywhere, but you couldn't tell when we first got the shipment. But when we shipped them out, as they were in the mail or whatever, some of them more glitter came off than others. It's a comic book for life. Oh, stop, Alberto. How in the world does a printer manage that? I don't know, because he couldn't do that if he tried, right? We have plenty of glitter variants, Marcus. I can send you one. I mean, we got trash. You can go on Reddit. You can see how bad we got reamed. I mean, look, we took people's money. They paid us on the Indiegogo, and it did not go as well. So I started answering every email personally because I felt really bad. I'm responsible for this. So the second batch, the glitter was everywhere. So we stopped after 1,000. So what happened was when we finally got the third batch in and we did the replacements, we had some of the damaged ones. We just let Brandon Sanderson have them. So we gave people a return USPS thing. They shipped them upside down and glitter. No, that's 2 different things, Corey. First time was upside down. Second time was glitter. People will be willing to pay a fortune for the. Yeah, right. So what happened was the 1,000 that went to Brandon Sanderson, we thought we still counted here. We forgot. We actually kind of like added it back in. It was a clerical thing. And so that was the palette. And then the one palette that was misplaced was found, but we were spending so much time on this. It's just friggin', And, why didn't you just turn the book upside down? I said why we didn't. I said if the book was just upside down, And the fifth time we're inside out. No. Third time it got done. We were happy. We lost our shirt on this. I mean, we lost so much money. But you know what? The customer's always right, and they had to get the book. So we've got under 1,000 left. Tell me about it. Matter of fact, actually, Alberto, remind me. I followed up on the Thundercats cover again. So we got to get that done. I really want to push for it. So let's see. What? I'm so old. I need reading glasses to go with my contacts. Hold on. Let me see what I missed. See, slick upside down glitter. People, yeah. Why don't you just turn the book? Yeah. So, and yeah, Gabe, we lost our shirts. Let's see. Oh, I get it now. I get it. So and we absorbed the entire loss. I mean, it's not Brandon Sanderson or his team's fault. The hardcover first print is sold out, Jerry. If you want the second print, we have second prints that I can get for you. We need to update it, but I would get the deluxe slip-in case if you can afford it. Those things are rare, and I've seen some of them go for a lot of money. We were rooting for it. All right. So there you go. Pallets, one found, one was not really there. So, and we got the Humble Bundle. If you can support that, that'll be fantastic. We also have the Darkwing Duck Kickstarter. If you can support that, we even have. We also have Ken Hazer remarks there. We just want Aaron so we can read while hanging upside down. Marcus is the king of the zing, no matter what. I love this guy. Oh my God. He's also a bad influence, though. He really. Oh, it is settled, Comic Art Boston. I lost a lot of time on this, but it's like, yeah, I don't know what the fifth thing's going to be. So Bat Style Books from Dynamite, reading upside down. So yeah, so 75% printed upside down. Oh, and there was one person that did, I will say this because this was a scummy thing to do. So first time printed upside down, second time almost all glitter, third time got it right, but fourth time were the pallets. So I don't know what's going to happen fifth. Put the wooden pallet on top too. Humble Bundle was thank you. What do you read first? I would start with whatever you love the most. I mean, I'd be a Vampirella person, but that's up to you. So before the glitter problem, I don't remember if it was the upside down problem or the glitter problem, but somebody called everybody at the Dynamite offices and lied and said that they got this had to be during the upside down situation, that they got a copy of Brandon Sanderson's deluxe hardcover, but it was damaged. And one of our production people felt so bad that they took their personal copy, and they happened to have a good copy, and shipped it to them, right? And this is when we had told everybody we're not shipping them because 75% are printed upside down. Jerry, just email me. I'll hook you up. I'll send you an email. So our guy sends it to this person, like so generous, so great. The warehouse had not yet communicated with everybody else, and neither did I. We were in the middle of such a shitstorm that I didn't communicate with anybody. The warehouse didn't, so people in production didn't know. So this guy then goes to Reddit and shows the book. And we got reamed from people saying, you said you're not shipping this, and this person got it. Who else did you ship it to? I hope they're not. I hope they're not. You know what? They made it right. They tried. They 2 rounds of damages. The upside downs were bad, then the glitters were bad, but you know what? They kept going back and working with us. So Yeah, Joe with glitter would be cool. Glitter would be more fun and less stress. You would think, Samrix. You would think. Oh my God. One would think. What do we got here, guys? I'm boring you guys. Only 57 people watching on YouTube alone. I mean, we got people on the other platforms, but only 51 likes. We should be at like 65 likes. I mean, Ruben hits likes 5 times. I hit like twice. Amy probably hit dislike because she just wants to go home, and it's all my fault. It's fun with the situation, and do 2 sets of variant covers for your comics, a glitter variant on the left side. No, Alberto, I never want to live through that again. Let me tell you something. That's more stressful than an 11-cent auction. So you know what? Let's do an 11-cent auction. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm doing this. Let's do an 11-cent auction. I think the XP. You want to buy the XP? Farlord, how are you? All right. I'm going to give you guys a choice. I'm not going to show the art. Leonardi or Eaglesham? Should I best offer a Leonardi page or an Eaglesham page? Let me know what you guys think. I can't do A or B because I forget which one's A and which one's B. Leonardi or Eaglesham? We got one Leonardi. 11-cent best offer. Both. Tom McDonald. I thought you liked me, Tom. Dan Wickline, Eaglesham. All right, we're at a tie. Tom's doesn't count. Fly like it, Eagle. Leonardi, because I know how to. Oh my God, Mike Hasbro both sounds cool. Oh, you guys are bad influence. Listen, I'm taking my high blood pressure medication. Leonardo, you guys are. Matt Moore. All right, I'll do both. Screw it. Give the audience what they want, right? All right. Let's start with Eaglesham, and then we'll do Leonardi. All right, so this is best offer. I love this page. It's got the Ferocious Wildcat, JSA number 3, page 21, Dale Eaglesham. Check it out. Best offer starting at 11 cents and go. I know, man. I give in to peer pressure all the time. Almost all the time. 95% of the time. All right. Marcus in the lead at 11 cents. Can we get to $1? Do we have $1? $1, anybody? Come on, $1. Where Marcus is in the lead at 11 cents. Let's see. Tom McDonald at 20 beats Dan Wickline, beats Mike Asbill, beats Goo. TJ James came in at 21, but Martin Tang said 30. Marcelo Mota, 35. Tom McDonald came back in at 25, but Marcelo's ahead. Oh, these inks are awesome. Roy Jose did a great job. And Tom McDonald said, I am not letting this go for $35. I'm going to go to 40. Mike Asbill, Tom McDonald beat you to the 40. Can we get 45 or 50? Commander in Beef says, oh, heck no. I'm going to double that right now. Damn. That is more than a Happy Meal now. But you'll enjoy this a lot longer. Happy Meal will go right through you. This you can actually appreciate. But, you know, don't pull a Jordan and put it in your bathroom. This is not bathroom reading. I love Jordan. He is a great guy. $85. Come on. And this is not a birth page, so I can't even say that. But come on, check out the 2 Ferocious Wildcats. It's pretty friggin' awesome. $90 from TJ James. $90. All right, TJ, we got 90. Do we get to 95? Come on. All right, I'm going to start a 60-second countdown. 59, 58. Come on, guys. 57. Bought Subway was like 14. Wow. 56, 55, 54, 53. Do you see how fast I'm counting, Jay? 52. And we're at $100. All right. 51, 50, 49, 48. Oh, baby.
Please actually write your notes clearly so Rex can invoice people.
Okay. All right. Have a great vacation.
Goodbye.
Amy's going on vacation, guys. It's going to be a messed up week. Nick will get distracted before we get to 20. 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40. Come on, guys. How is it we're stuck at $100? God, this is like a $400 page. 39, 38, 37, 30. Who will read the forms? I got nothing for that one, Marcus. 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30. That's right. When I get to 8 seconds, if you haven't put in an offer, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Poor Rex. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Damn, Commander Beef is going to steal this at 100. Can't believe this can't even get to 125, much less 150. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Who will give him the trank gun? Guys, this is it. Oh, 110. 110. Remember, guys, 5 seconds tells a story at 20 seconds. I'm already at 13, 12, 11, 10. When I get to 8, it'll be too late. If you haven't put it in by 8, it'll be too late. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And TJ James gets it for $110. Thank God I took my high blood pressure medication. For this, I didn't need it as much. So, yeah, we never get to Nancy. TJ, $110 clean. You got to steal, TJ. You got to steal, and it is gorgeous. Show how beautiful the page is again, Jay. Just show how beautiful it is.
Ooh, I already forgot what the page was.
JSA number 3, page 21. I mean, guys, that is freaking beautiful. I'm trying to show a little bit more here. This is me trying to be slick, showing 2 things that are sold. Yeah, bid me at 11 cents. Fell asleep during the countdown. 110 is a good price for DC art. I'll bet though. That's a not the nice. All right, Rick Leonardi, cable annual page. Let's start it at 11 cents. This is from 1998. 26 years old. He was picturing sheep while Nick was counting. All right, 11 cents start. Come on, guys. Are we gonna beat the DC amount? Are we gonna beat it? And we start at 11 cents. Dan Wickline, sorry, Mike Asbills, $25 beat your $1.97. The 22 cents is beat by the $1.97 and the $25. Do we have $30? Let's get the $30, everybody. Come on, $30. Can we do $30? Whoa, Alberto comes in at 40. I think he thinks that this is World War II fighting. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, maybe. Why am I saying this? He's bidding. If only that were true, Alberto, I'd have a lot more art. Look at those hands. Nope, sorry, we're at 40. Oh, $50 from Tom McDonald, and Commander in Beef comes in at 80, ahead of Tariq 60, but Tariq said I'm coming in at 90. So this is 26-year-old Rick Leonardi art. Cable annual. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's funny. I'm talking about like Sergeant Fury and Howling Commandos, and there is Shield here. So, who's on this page? It is Cable, and it's not Bishop. Who else is on the page? Hold on, let me see. Right, yeah, GW Bridge, General Bridge. That's who it is. It's not Cyclops. Come on, can we get to 100? Let's get to $100, guys. $100. Inks by Dan Green. So Rick Leonardi pencils. Cyclops, I retract. Cyclops isn't on this page. Oh my God. God. Kirby Crackle. It's only Rick Leonardi and Dan Green can do it. All right, Tariq's at $90. I'm going to start the countdown. 60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50. Wow. This may go for less than a DC page. Wow. 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44. I thought that was Firestorm. 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30. Tariq is going to steal this at $90. Whoa, Commander and B said, all right, I'll get you to 100. And Nick is practicing his math tables. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Guys, come on. This is marble art. I mean, this is Rick Leonardi. I mean, as much as I love Dale Eaglesham, Rick Leonardi and Dan Green, Cable Machine Man, annual number 1 from 1998. That's right, so beefy. Where was I at? Was I at 30 or 20? Jesus Cabrera says 110. I'll at least get it to this. Jay, you're on mute, or you fell asleep again. Bastion on the screen. Thank you. Leonardi and Green is a bigger duo. All right, whatever. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Quando dice 8 è troppo tardi. Mostring a 13, però a 8 troppo tardi se ne l'hai fatto lo bid. I don't know how to say bid in Italian. So I was saying we're at 13. Miguel, come on. You got to do $10 increments. We're over 100. Come on. I'm at 13. When I get to 8, it'll be too late. Tariq says 120. I'm not goofing around there. 12, 11, 10. Hey, Miguel comes in at 130. 9, 8, 7, 6. Yes, salary Otaka. I did do a different translation. Hopefully we don't get stricken because I did a bad Italian. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Miguel Acedo. You win it at 130. Offerta. Thank you, Comics Unlimited. One of us can speak Italian better than the other. Well, let's see. Miguel. I really need to announce if I'm going to do best offers. I really got to announce it. Alex R. No, not a JR Jr. No. And I do need to get back to you about paying me. I know. It's been I'm still crazed after this last weekend plus. Ditko giveaway. I did not win the Ditko. I think Marcus did. Yeah, 1,000 thanks. Yeah, Alberto. I'll give you 1,000 thanks for getting me to do a best offer. Look at how much money. What did I have these priced at, Jay? I just want to know. What did I have the cable annual priced at? And what did I have?
You really want to know?
Listen, I may as well. Page upper right, I'll get that for you in a second.
$350 for the cable.
Oh my God. And I sold it for $130?
Yeah. And the other one was page 3, number 21, Justice Society.
Yeah.
That one was $300.
God. Oh man. Yeah, denial is not just a river in Egypt. All right, so Jerry Bourne, which is this your right to start doing your loss harvesting for next year's taxes? Oh my God, deflation! Tell me about it. You want to talk about deflation? Ruben said that this was $400. He sold this for $400 in 2007, and that's what I have it on here for, $400. All right, so it's a big help for Nick to pay off the interest. Yeah, if I would have won, I actually didn't win anything on C-Link. I didn't even show up for amateur dueling dealers till like the non-cake break round. Was it in Canadian dollars? Salary Otaku. This was $400. And Ruben sold it for $400 in 2007. So all I'm doing is praying that I didn't pay more than $400. I don't think I did, but I might have. So, oh well. My problem if I did, nobody else's. I really should look this stuff up before I price it. It takes so much time, though. I got to get prep for the show and still run the business. So it's not easy. It's not easy. It's Mel Ruby, Salary Otaku. He drew Red Sonja for us for many years. Yeah, this is Space Ghost, this is Thundercats. Let me know if it's Space Ghost or Thundercats. What's all on the middle row? Are you messing with me, Murdoch? Are you messing with me? Nick doesn't need comps. He prices with feels. Yeah. It's part of my problem, Derek. No. If I haven't bought it in the last year, I forget what I paid for it. Sometimes even if I bought it in the last year, I might not remember. I do not have 5,000 pages. I have about 4,200 to 4,400 pages. Let's not exaggerate, okay? Okay. Sorry. So this is the cover to Thundercats number 6, the new story arc that starts in June, right? Yeah, the new story arc in June. So, and yes, that is a Space Ghost Jay Lee cover. So what do we got this at, Jay? Let's just go right into it. So we've got this at $4,000, Jerry. And as always, if you want to do a payment plan, more than happy to work with you on a payment plan. 20% down, pay the rest in 30, 60. I ask not more than 90 days, but I'll always work with you. Okay, no worries, man. I just have too many people messing with me. So, hey, it's fun, but, you know. So, yeah, Jerry, let me know if you are interested. $1 a month for 4,000 months. No, I don't think I can do that, Derek. Didn't you try that the other night? Little bit 80s goth rocker. Yeah, right? A little bit of eyeshadow there, right? Jay deviating from its current Frank Frazetta influence. Let's see. Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you. Makes us look like we're actually running a business and not a hobby. Any Chadwick Dazzler pieces tonight? No Chadwick Dazzler pieces. Let's see. And if you guys wouldn't mind signing up for membership, that would be awesome too. All right, so this is not of interest. And then we've got the Space Ghost #2 cover. And this just came out this week. Oh yeah, I'm loving his work too. So this is just a really cool cover. I know that the Spider-Man, the Space Ghost 3 with the Spider-Man Todd McFarlane homage sold right away. But yeah, this is a good one. I think on the last show I put the number 3 at 3,500. So I'll bring it down to 3,500. So if anybody wants it, 3,500. Yeah, really. We know it's Nancy. No need to keep it mysterious, Jay. Go ahead and say it's Nancy.
It's Nancy.
All right. There you go. And is that what's in my? No, keep the price up for like 10 more seconds. I mean, Jesus, you're taking it down quicker than an auction. Best offer. I don't even know. Are we allowed to call it an auction? Can't even remember. No wins. I'm out of wins, Marcus. I'm out of wins. So, and it's not even Nancy. It's Mario. Is that Zorak? Yes, it is, TJ. It is. Sure, I'll do a Space Ghost cover auction. Alberto, let's start at $3,500. Well, thank you, Salary. I appreciate it. All right. So, unless Alberto says he'll start the auction at $3,500, let's bring in Nancy. Let's see what she's got.
Hi.
Hey.
I've got sunlight hitting me in the side of the face. That's what I've got.
It's nice to be in the summer, isn't it?
Not really. It's a little hot. But, you know, by the time my show comes on at 9, it'll be dark. So then I don't have to worry about this sun thing.
Ooh, you got some jokers behind you. So not just Mario as a joker, and not just you as a joker. Name your Mario.
There are some jokers back there. I bought a couple collections this week. One of them had some of these cool Clive Barker books in it. These are always good. And this very rare Adventure Time book, they only made 500 of these.
Wow.
So...
It's 500 covers or 500 of the interiors?
500 of this cover.
Okay.
But still, it's Adventure Time. So that's pretty cool.
No, it is. It is. I just want to make sure everybody knew.
Yeah. So everything's been going good this week. I'm excited for the show tonight. We have a lot of cool stuff. Should be fun.
Marcus wants to know if it's upside down inside there.
I do not believe so.
Okay. Sorry, that's only on books that Dynamite publishes. That's a winner, according to CJ.
All right.
I keep telling these guys I'm out of wins.
Yeah. They're hard to come by.
TJ said only 500 covers. That's not a Dynamite book.
Not different covers. Copies of that cover. I think they only made like 4 or 5 covers of that one.
Only.
Back
in my day, it was either covers half ripped off or one cover. 500 variants. Yes,
it used to be a lot easier, you know. When I first started in retail, there were only like 40 books or so a month, 40, 50 books, you know, and they all only had one cover, and we sold tons of each one, you know. It was just a different business than it is now.
Let me ask you a question out of curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the first company that started really going crazy on variants?
You know, I don't know.
It's hard to think about
that's a serious thought.
I know.
I don't even know. I mean, there's always been occasional variant covers because I've seen them going back all the way back into, like, not always, but I mean, going back into the 80s and early 90s, there were occasional variant covers, but not like we have today.
I almost want to think it's Top Cow when they came out with Battle of the Planets. They started that. Yes, American Entertainment did a lot. Matter of fact, American Entertainment, they had one consistent profit center. It was called Witchblade number 8. Every time they sold out of a cover, they'd go back to press with a new cover.
It's true.
So,
well, yeah, a lot of the Top Cow books had multiple covers. Like Fathom one had quite a few covers.
yeah. So I'd say it goes back to that. I'd say that's where it really started.
But actually, earlier than that, DC did 4 covers on Legends of the Dark Knight.
Yeah, but that was 14 years before that. That was like 1989.
Right, but they didn't do 4 different. They only did 4 different colors of the covers.
Actually, I think it was 5 different colors.
Oh,
Yellow,
yeah,
pink, orange, yellow, pink, orange, blue, and another one.
I'm not sure about that. I remember I remember orange, pink, and blue.
Legends of the Dark Knight, number of the Dark.
But the thing is, the reason that they did that was that when the numbers came in for that book, they were so big, they were afraid they weren't going to sell through, and so they got the idea from romance novels, because romance novels frequently would use different color covers with the same artwork. So that was what they did, and it.
Okay, I'm wrong.
There were 4.
There were 4. I was wrong, wasn't I? To paraphrase,
it happens occasionally to all of us. It's hard to remember stuff that long ago, But I do remember unpacking the cases.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, they were worried. They were worried retailers were going to get stuck with these.
And they packed them mixed. They came in the cases all like together.
Right.
So you got the same amount of each color. So, it's kind of, that was a long time ago. I wouldn't really say that was a variant.
Oh, 13 covers for Gen 13 number 1.
Oh, I do remember that. That was a lot.
Oh, yeah. Top Cow had 11 covers for Darkness 11. They wanted to be the number 1 book of the year.
Now, Nick's invented a lot of things, but not variants.
Nick almost invented Nick, but that would have been weird.
Yeah.
It's amazing how close the orange and the yellow are to each other.
You think so? Maybe it's just the image you're looking at.
No, it's the picture I just looked at. Yeah.
Yeah, because in person, the yellow was like a pretty canary kind of yellow, and the orange was fairly orange.
Which one was your favorite? I like the yellow the best.
I like the teal one, the bluish one.
Okay.
I always like that.
Peter Rowe, how are you?
I think I've still got a case of them unopened in my storage.
Now, what were the first variants, Nancy? What were the first variants?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's what we're talking about, Jewish Dragons, but they weren't bagged back then. They were not. They had different covers. Whitman.
Well, they had the same cover, 4 different colors.
Yeah, Whitman Comics. Same cover, Whitman logo.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, when you asked that, I was going to say that Whitman frequently did the same books as Gold Key. Yeah. But they weren't really different artwork. They just were different trade dress.
Yep.
So I don't know if I would count that as variant.
No, collectors do. Collectors do.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, when you look them up to price them, they are separate.
By the way, you missed out on some great best offers. I just cried. I just sold this Rick Leonardi page. Best offer, $130.
Yeah, I saw. I was watching.
Oh my God.
Well, it's good when people get a good deal once in a while, Nick.
Yeah, sure.
But it's painful for you.
Yes. Yes, there was the 35 cents versus 30 cents when Marvel was testing the price points, like with Star Wars and other books. And of course, you had the Canadian pricing on some. Although, no, I think the Canadian pricing was.
And then when they started doing direct market editions versus newsstand, that's considered variant now. It wasn't back then, though. Like for years and years, we charged the same amount for those books, and now they've started to pull apart in the pricing.
Yep. And Mark Jewelers are very. I think people are losing interest in Mark Jewelers now. It's not as. I don't think that's. I never understood that one. I can understand direct market a newsstand more than I can understand Mark Jewelers.
Yeah, I just think it's when you want to be a completist, you have to have them all. You know.
Well, I mean, yeah, but look, the pandemic. Sorry, I'm trying to look up something with Mark Jewelers, see where it's going for. Look, the pandemic gave a lot of people a lot of money, and they tried to find new things that they would love, and that's what lifted a lot of this.
Yeah.
So glitter versus non-glitter. Oh my God, Marcus is killing me. Watch the video where we're talking about white sand. Had a background color variant resulting from a misprint. Mark Jewelers is slimy. I'm not going to say it's slimy, Jerry, because people like it. But what I will say is it does nothing for me. I could not care less about a Mark Jewelers.
Is he saying the company Mark Jewelers is slimy, or is he saying the having the inserts be worth more is slimy? Not.
Oh yeah, Jerry, elaborate on that, please. Nancy asks all the good questions. Nick doesn't.
And then on the misprints, there have been misprints. I guess they count as variants, but I mean, there have been a number of them. That Kirby Sandman is one of them, but another one was one of the early Moon Knight books. I remember
The marketing approach. Jerry,
they were either black or blue.
Yeah. Jerry's saying the marketing approach, like people selling the Mark Jewelers. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it doesn't do anything for me when people were going. I tell you what I did buy a little bit of when the speculation did boom during the COVID, I did go after Whitman copies that were in nice condition, but that's because I loved those as a kid. I mean, I'm like thinking nobody's gonna buy, nobody cares about this stuff, and then people actually did care. But yeah, the Mark Jewelers, it's like, all right, so you had to be on a military base to get those. It's like,
well, and then double covers aren't necessarily worth more, but you do get to grade them by the inside cover.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, we just ignore the outside cover because in theory you could just remove the outside cover and you'd have the inside. So they're not. I mean, some people might pay a little extra for them, but usually we just would grade them by whatever the grade of the inside cover was. And they don't come out very often anymore. The printing press, ever since they moved out of Sparta and went to Canada with most of the printing in Alabama, the machines now don't produce double covers very much. I don't think I've seen one in 20 years.
No.
But it used to be a kind of a common occurrence in the.
It was.
Back in the Bronze Age.
The military variants came with iron on stripes.
Yeah, comic history with Nancy and Nick. Yeah, we could go on for hours and hours. We really could.
Which we started to do last week, except, you wanted to make money during your show.
Yeah, it's kind of important these days. I've got bills. I've got bills to pay. I went in for a brake job and had to buy a set of tires too last week.
Oh man, so last Sunday, this is great. This is story time with Nick and Nancy. So last Sunday, I went to Philly. I went to this place to eat. It's got great reviews. It's in a row home. Okay, the restaurant is in a row home.
Okay.
They have the speakeasy door.
Mm-hmm.
When you ring the bell, the guy comes to the door and he says, hold on 1 second. Albert, that's a misprint. I had to pay an electrician tonight. So I'm a big fan of Wise Guy and the TV series with Ken Wall and Jonathan Banks, Stephen J. Cannell series. And a couple of years ago, at San Diego Comic-Con, there was a panel for the Wise Guy anniversary. I think it might have been the 30th anniversary in 2017. I don't know about that, TJ. So guy open. So I met the producer because I was interested in, because I was also a Crime Story fan when I was younger. Back in high school, Wise Guy much more, and a lot of the actors from Crime Story ended up being on Wise Guy. Stanley Tucci, Anthony Dennison, God, I can't even remember his name. Usual Suspects. You know, the guy from the Usual Suspects or Seven. House of Cards, whatever that actor's
Kevin
name is.
Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. So all these guys got their start on a lot of their starts on Crime Story, Roadhouse. I love Roadhouse. I'd never watched The Equalizer, Marcus. I got a chance to watch it. I couldn't like it because I never watched it. If I could pay my age comics, life would be better. So I asked him how he got it, and I was impressed that they killed Sonny Steelgrave in the first story arc, and he's like, "Well, we weren't going to do what we did with Crime Story, which is have Ray Luca be the villain throughout." It's like, people got tired of it. That's right. Be nice until it's time not to be nice. So I'm having dinner with him. Slides open the window. He's like, "Are you a member?" I said, "No." I said, "I'm here with someone who is a member." Oh, your dad went to high school with Dennis Farina? Wow. Kaiser Soze, yes. How close did you get to Spacey? I didn't. I had dinner with Bill Burke. So I said to the guy, I said, "Well, I don't know the person's name who's the member, but I'm here with Bill Burke." And he's like, "I don't have a Bill Burke on my list." I'm thinking to myself, well, of course you don't. You have the name of the member. But I'm like, I'm not going to get into an argument with this guy. So he said, "What's your name?" I said, "My name's Nick." "Nick what?" "Nick Barucci." He's like, "Okay, come in." I shit you not. They had 7 tables in the restaurant. I can't remember if 3 of them were for 4 people or if 4 of them were for 4 people. And then if 3 of them were for 2 people or 4 of them were for 2 people. So think about that. The most they can feed at any time is 20 to 22 people. 20 to 22 people. And food was out of this world. It was absolutely out of this world. Yeah, I love Wise Guys is my all-time favorite TV series. I did not say, "Don't you know who I am?" Please. That would have been the best way to get punched through the people.
That's how you get kicked out of a place like that.
It's a pop-up restaurant. So wonderful dinner. And then on my way home, I'm like, you know what? It's a beautiful night. I went to go see my mom afterwards just to surprise her and say hi. The place is, like I said, hole in the wall, South Philly. My mom is 4.5 blocks away. I surprised her by visiting her. And then when I left, I'm like, let me drive through Center City. It's a beautiful night. Let's see what it looks like. And then as just dropped John's name. Yeah, I should have said John Cole. And you notice the guy didn't suggest what my name could be. He asked me what's my name, and he wanted my full name. So, and when I walked in, they were at the bar, and they were like, "Oh, come have a drink." And like they're on the strict schedule. And he's like, "No, we'll get your drinks to your table. You guys can go sit down now." So thank God I was only 3 minutes late. They had All I Need blaring on this radio. So on the way home, great meal, but like like when you have a great meal, but there was a lot of garlic and salt, and you're like, I need some water or some candy. Mm-hmm. Doing that, check your trunk when you're done, right? So I pulled into a Sunoco A1 gas station. My tire popped. So this isn't the worst part of Philly, but let's just say that there were a lot of people in Philly that kept congregating in that area with nothing else to do. No, not a Wawa. It was an A1 Plus or something. It was a Sunoco A1 Plus.
But it was a Wawa.
Really. You know how Wawa got started?
No, but I think we're gonna get one here soon in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Nice. Mm-hmm. They were a farm selling milk, and nobody would carry their milk, so they opened up stores to sell milk. That's how they started.
That is one solution to a business problem.
It is a pop-up restaurant with a pop-down tire. Yeah, really.
Oh.
So I'm on the phone. So my car, we got this gel thing you could put in that blows up your tire.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to figure out how to do it.
They say you shouldn't use those, but they do work.
Well, I mean, look, I was only going to go 20 miles back to my house, right?
Mm.
And I couldn't. Look, I'm an idiot. All right, let's just start there. I'm an idiot. I couldn't figure out how to make it work. All right. And so this one guy, because I'm like calling AAA, and this one guy is like walking by. He's like, "Hey, I heard you on the phone that you're trying to fix a tire. Let me give you a hand." I'm like, "Oh, that's great." All your silver edge are long gone. Sorry to hear that, Jerry. So he's like helping me do it. He's like, "Dude, you got a 3-inch cut here. This is not going to work." I was like, "Oh, okay then." So
did you have a spare?
No, my car doesn't have a spare. It will now. It will now.
You might want to invest in one of those. It's worth it.
Yeah. It doesn't have a section for a spare. It has is the gel stuff. So anyway,
that's wild. They just don't think you're ever going to need one.
I really appreciated his help. So I just said, "Here's $10."
Mm-hmm.
And it's not much, but it's like, he took his time out to help. And he was like, "Nah, you don't have to do that." I was like, "Look, even if I figured out how to use this thing, I would have filled it up and wasted it because I wouldn't have noticed the 3-inch hole." So yeah, I know I should have used my hairspray. That would have worked a lot better.
Held it together.
I'm telling you, it would have been permanent. So
Oh, no.
I'm on the phone trying to get AAA. AAA used to have tires. They could change your tires. Well, for some reason in Philadelphia, they don't do that anymore. They can only tow your car to a Pet Boys, which I felt like was a scam. So
probably because it was.
Yes. So it's getting darker, and let's just say that the corner was getting sketchier. Mm-hmm. And I'm arguing with AAA and like looking around everywhere, and people are getting closer and closer to me. I'm like, I wonder if I'm going to make it out of here in one piece. Need to spring for the Aston Martin, might come with a full-size spare. That's 5 years away, Jewish Dragons, when I'm 60, if I live long enough. So the guy comes back, the guy who was helping me. He's like, "Look, I just want to make sure you're okay. That was really nice of you." Oh, when I gave him the money and I insisted, he's like, "Dude, this helps me more than you can know." I was like, "Wow." So he came back, and I'm tired of arguing with AAA. Nick spotted his last pallet on the other corner. So I actually Google on my phone. I'm like 800 24-hour tire center. And there was a place 8 blocks away. They deliver the tire to you. They actually will deliver a tire. So the guy's on the phone saying, "What's your tire size?" I'm trying to read it, but it's slashed right where the tire size is. So I'm such a friggin' idiot. I'm trying to read the slash tire.
You do have 3 other tires, just so
exactly. Exactly. This kid was like, "Well, let me read one of the other tires. I assume they're all the same." I'm like, yes,
Street
I
smarts,
know.
right?
Right. So he does that, and he decides to wait till the guys with the tire show up just to make sure I'm okay. So I gave him another $20, and he was like, "You really don't have to do this." I was like, "Dude, you stuck around." He's like, I said, "You came back." He's like, "Yeah, that's because you gave me $10. I just want to make sure you're okay." In the stress, so others would have done the same, or just you and I probably just did the tire size before he left. Also on fuel door and inside the driver's door. Thank you guys. They forgot the air though. Make that a Dynamite executive little panel inside your driver door has a size to. Everybody can tell me now. Thank you.
But you weren't there to help at the time.
Right? Now here's the best part. There's a best part to this, though. There is a funny part to this. So they will give you a new tire, mount it for $180, but it has to be cash.
Wow. They expect you to be just in that neighborhood carrying around cash?
Yeah, thank God there's a cash machine right at the A1. Who would have thunk it?
That's awesome.
So, and I don't have a debit card, so I had to take it out on my credit card. So
it cost you a little.
Here's the funny part. Apparently, my tire's a $350 tire, so I got it for $180. Nick invented the flat tire guy.
Yeah, you should blow out a few more.
Yeah.
Get some new tires.
Oh, Marcus, I'm pretty sure I could have borrowed money from some of the people hanging around. What I would have had to give for that money, I'm not sure.
I don't think you want to do that.
You know, what I would have had to give or do, or, you know?
No. Always call AAA. That's so much safer.
Why didn't you just live stream this? We would have hazed you into fixing the tire. Now you tell me. ATM in that area probably had a skimmer on it. That's why I don't use a debit card. That's why I only use credit cards. If something like that happens, I can argue it.
Correct.
It's nothing. Do you see Marcus's zinger?
Wow.
I know. So at the very least, I lost a few hours, but I got a tire that's like $350 plus tax for $180, plus $20 tip to the guys who delivered the tire, plus $30 to the guy who wanted to make sure that I was okay.
You're still ahead.
I would say Nick should have sold his essence. We would have been offering 11 cents to help Nick. Oh my God.
My tire story wasn't nearly as interesting, I tell you. I just went in for brakes because they were squealing, and then found two of my tires had nails in them.
Look at what John C. wrote. Some guy just got off work, went to his car.
Oh, man. Oh, that's good. That's good. That could be why they give you such a good deal at that 24-hour tire place.
Well, and the funny thing
they have no cost into it.
You can go to my Facebook page or my Instagram. You could see like the truck. And the funny thing is they've got this air thing called the Predator. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's a perfect name for a guy who does this. Really nice guy, had an assistant, really nice guy. Listen, all things being equal, seriously, I mean, I guess the one thing I was smart enough to do was Google 800 24-hour tire place. Like,
that worked out.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, it was really nice of that one guy who wanted to help me and then came back to help me. He didn't have to do that, but Nick's Bonfire of the Vanities. It was nowhere near like that. Nick got the 1 in 4 variant tire.
That's true.
It was a little concerning. Like I said, it wasn't like the worst part of town, but it was getting dark and a lot of people started congregating there, and you know, people were getting closer and closer to me, and I'm like, oh boy.
I've been through that in various cities around the country when I was a teenager doing comic shows. It seemed like the van always broke down in the worst part of town. But comic shows used to also be in the worst part of town years ago. Because a lot of them were like old hotels and like bad areas. So I saw a lot.
It's where you can charge people $1 to get in.
Yeah.
I mean, look, when I was doing them, it was $1 to get in, $2 to get in, unless it was a creation convention, which was like $10 to get in. But tables were $35 to sell. I mean, that's how I started when I was 13 years old. Started selling at conventions for 30 to 35. You know, it was $35 a table if you paid for it after the last show. If you paid it the day of the show previous, it was $30 for Great Eastern Conventions. If you paid the day after or any time leading to the day of the show, it was $35. So, you know, I mean, look, it was a different type of sketchy to a degree back then. I don't know. I think back then we felt safer around sketchy things. I think the world was crazy, but not as crazy as it is today.
It could be that, or we're just older now and wiser. Because when I was a teenager, I used to go to the worst areas and I had no fear at all. And it isn't that I'm full of fear now, but I would be smart enough not to be in some of those situations now. Well, like one time I had to walk through Chinatown at night in San Francisco carrying like all the money from the show because I didn't have a car and like I had to get somewhere, and it was like that could have been the end for Nancy. It could have been. But it wasn't. Here I am.
Well, they wouldn't mess with a creature of the night, Nancy.
Yes, I just went like this and they walked away. You missed out on this, Nick.
When I worked for Fat Jack's, I would break down books on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights to all the stores. It isn't more dangerous. The tire was mounted upside down. Well, Commander Beef, honestly, that's why I stayed outside the car and I didn't like hide in the car. That's why I stood outside the car and Nancy Ferratu.
It's true. No.
I mean, look, I'm like, if I go in the car, it'll be easier for them to come to the car and like, hey man, you need some help? I can help you, That's
the kind of help you don't always need. But I have found it is true though that if you act like you belong where you are, you're in a lot less danger. That's why tourists that look up in New York City get mugged,
Yep. And
don't look up when you're in New York City. Or any city, really. You should never look up.
Well, I'll tell you a Javits story in a second, but so I worked at Fat Jack's. Mike used to sub-distribute to retailers, and for an extra $20, I would drive books to one of the stores at 4 a.m. at 5th and Allegheny, which was definitely a bad part of town. That you do not want to be the only person at 4 a.m. walking into a store putting books up for an extra $20. It was never worth that $20. So, what did I say I would talk about in a second? So, Javits. So, this had to be 1988, 1989. So, I'm loading books up in the Javits. From the Javits to my van. And there's like 4 guys that kept circling. And I had to go in to get the rest of the stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I going to do? And I had an idea that I prayed worked because I was the only person. I left the passenger side door because there was a gate to the from the cars to the back of the van. I left the passenger side door unlocked, locked everything else, and put my wallet on the passenger side car seat. So when I came back out with the rest of the wall books, the door was open. My wallet was gone. I mean, I took all the credit cards out. I put like $300 in cash in there. Because I made it look like I was trying to do something. The only thing I was doing was taking my credit cards and most of the cash out of my wallet, and I left like $300 in 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s. And so when I came back out, exactly what I hoped would happen happened. Well, the second thing I hoped would happen happened. The first thing was that I prayed was that I was mistaken and they weren't casing the van waiting for me to go back into the Javits being the last one to come out. I said fug. Right. I did say fug. Forget about it. So my second biggest hope was that they would open the door, grab the wallet with the money, and leave because they got a score. And that's exactly what happened. The passenger side door was open, the wallet was gone, and they left. $300, but $30,000, $40,000 of back issues. Which would you rather have gone?
Well, sometimes you got to make a choice.
Yeah.
CJ said East St. Louis. That's one of the places our van broke down at night in the rain, and I was like, yeah, I think I'll just stay right here in the van for a while, see what happens.
So I
goodness.
was in Chicago, like the third to last Kaminsky Stadium baseball game. I'm not a sports fan, by the way, and I was with this guy. I think his name was Dan. It's when I was working for Great Eastern Conventions, not when I was working for Sparkle City. And he really wanted to go to Kaminsky Park, one of the last games. So we're like the south side of Chicago, $25 a night room. And I didn't know any better. Next day, when I told everybody where I stayed, they were like, and you're alive?
Mhm.
I was like, I think so. Why? What? It's like, that's the worst part of Chicago. I was like,
Mhm.
really?
I've stayed in the worst part of almost every city over the years, but I've survived. But what CJ was saying about the police telling him to get out of there, that used to happen at our original Comics Unlimited store, because it was the neighborhood was in between two cities that had gangs, and they used to meet in our city and fight each other and shoot each other. And so when we'd be unloading the comics into the store, the police would watch to see if we were stealing stuff or delivering stuff. They'd watch for a minute, like, are they going in or going out with these boxes? But then they would pull up, they'd roll up, and they'd be like, you guys need to get out of here. And we'd be like, we kind of have to, like, unload these comics. And they'd be like, no, you need to get out of here.
Gary, what's the biggest part of town? We talking about St. Louis or Chicago? I'm just curious. We went to help Colin. Baltimore, definitely a different vibe from Texas. Yeah, Baltimore is definitely
Baltimore's
different.
a great city, but it does have some pretty bad areas.
There's a reason why The Wire was based in Baltimore.
I drove in that area when I was there the last time, because I was trying to find my way to the convention center, and I did it by just kind of going, I know it's over there, and I'll just drive. And so I just drove through all these different neighborhoods. And at one point I'm like, this looks just like on The Wire. Maybe that's not a good thing.
I got a funny police story. I got a funny one. When Pam and I first started dating, and if she ever watches this, she's going to kill me for saying this out loud. But when we were first starting dating, and I had National Comic Services, I was doing it out of the basement of my dad's store. So I don't know what. And like me, my brothers, and my sister, my dad was a tailor. And every Saturday as we were growing up, it was one of our turns to, I did it for a few years. Then my brother Mario, then my brother Angelo, and then my sister. We would be my dad's cheap labor because he couldn't afford any. And our job was to go there, clean the store on Saturday. My dad only worked a half a day on Saturday. He worked from 4 a.m. till 2 p.m. Otherwise, he worked from 4 a.m. till 6 p.m. I shouldn't say he worked from 4 a.m. He got up at 4, left the house at 4:30, was at work by 5 every day. So we would go there, clean the store, and actually that's when I would go to the library, and I was reading the Steranko History of Comics, which I love. My early in Baltimore cons, police presence during Baltimore. So Pam and I are there, and I don't know, am I trying to impress her, bagging them boarding signed books and putting them in envelopes to ship them out? And we just start making out on the couch. And all of a sudden you see
Who
a
knew
flash.
bagging boarding could lead to that?
Yes. And the cop, because the couch was like at the front of the store, the police station was across the street. So a flashlight comes in, they're knocking on the door. The policeman doesn't remember me because I was younger when I was there. So they call my dad. I'm like, oh, no, this is like 10:30 on a Friday night. You really got to call my dad? Here's my driver's license. It says Barucci. Now we got to check with your dad. I was like, oh my God. That's the nerdiest hot scene I've ever. Oh my God. Bagging. Oh my god, that was kind of. I mean, look, it was. Listen, the. I will say this. You know what? You and I were smart enough to do our whole lives. We know the smartest thing you and I did. We grew up in the time where somebody couldn't just record what you were doing when you were doing dumb shit as a kid. Because there is some crazy stuff that had happened when we were. I'm going to assume you did some crazy stuff too.
Yeah.
That today would not fly. Would it have helped?
No, it is very different for young people now because they really are like under a microscope more. Whereas we used to get away with doing stupid stuff as long as we didn't get caught by the cops or our parents.
As long as we didn't do anything that was too stupid or illegal. We pushed the edge. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I'm getting reamed by my dad at 22 years old for making out on this couch at the store. He goes, "What are you doing? Everybody over there know me. No, everybody knows." But really, nobody's gonna care. How do you know? I was like, thank God I don't live at home anymore. Now look, it's a different time and it is a different world. I mean, Comic Art Boston's right. It's an uglier world today.
I think a lot of it is the kind of drugs that are out there is one of the problems. It's just changed things.
Look, it may be that it's also hyperinflation. I mean, there are a lot of people that have it tough right now. Mm-hmm. I bring shame to the Naruchi name.
Honestly, a lot of the stuff that I didn't do that I could have done was because I always had my mom in my mind. You know, it wasn't, you know, what would Jesus do? It would be like, what would my mom think? You know, that kept me out of a lot of trouble.
If I ever thought about what my parents would think, I would never have done anything.
Yeah. I kept myself from doing a lot of dumb things though with that. Bless my mother. She was a saint.
Oh my God. Crazy, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff.
But I mean, comics retailer was a whole different world then. And, you know, in my own way, my store is still kind of like it used to be. And sometimes people notice that when they come in the store, they're like, man, this is like coming in a store from, from the 70s. And I'm like, yep, welcome to my world. But people generally like that, you know.
Oh my God.
Because it's comfortable, you know, and we have cool stuff. And we got a lot of nooks and crannies, you know, kind of stuff.
One of these days I'm going to do shows where I actually make money.
Well, you know, if you showed more art and talked to me less, I'm not just pointing that out.
I imagine comic stores back then being like Studio 54. I think it was the exact opposite of Studio 54.
Yes. It was like, welcome to Nerdville.
And yes, Lorena, we were accountable for everything. No, like I said, and kids today, I mean, they do have it tougher on a lot of levels. Listen, like anything, you know, they have it easier on a lot of levels and they have it tougher on a lot of levels. There's no, it's not binary, you know, it's not one or the other. It's, you know, the Art Institute of Philly shut down. Today was the last day. And they interviewed someone who said, you know, the sad part is I graduated in 2020 in the middle of COVID and we didn't get our graduation ceremony, which always hurt. And now in 2024, they're shutting down my college, which hurts even more, another piece of me. So, I mean, it's just crazy stuff. And then these guys, oh my God, what are we down to, like 2 people? I think it's just me and Jay watching now.
I don't know if that's true. Jake probably does.
Yeah. And then these guys
there's 51 people and you only had like 50 something likes and I was one of them.
Awesome. So these guys abandoned me. Spencer did a show a few weeks ago and he had this for sale and they didn't buy it. So I felt bad. So I bought it. happens in the back rooms of the comic store.
I can't comment on that.
Are we selling any art?
Yes, it all went for a great price.
All right, Alberto. All right, this is what I'm going to do right now. This is an art show for the people left. The Thundercats number 6 cover right now. Come on. What do we got this at, Jay? I'm going to drop it to $3,000 right now. Let's see if we can get a sale. $3,000 for the new story arc for Jay Lee's, for Declan Shalvey and Drew Moss's Thundercats. We've got the Jay Lee cover. Interpersonal relationship with other people. You're right, CJ. We did have that. $3,000. Alberto, come on, man. Even with all the Captain America Alex Ross covers you bought, you can afford this now. This is at the right price point. How much to claim Nancy? Nancy, what's your price?
I'm priceless.
There we go. Come on, Alberto.
That's one thing I know about myself. When times got really, really tough, I would never be a prostitute.
Never thought we would have that conversation on TV.
Well, men don't have to think about this as much. Well, some do, but not very many. Let me just back away from this.
Yeah, let's.
I'm just saying.
We were doing so well talking about how there was no cameras when we were younger. So I'll do the same thing on Space Ghost number 2 cover. I'll bring this down to $3,000. So,
Marcus, you're killing me. That's a pretty Space Ghost.
Sometimes you need the money. Thank God there was a Mac machine inside the A+.
Well, see, that's good, Lorena. It's important that you think about these things before you have to deal with it. Because you need to know. You need to know that about yourself.
And tires are not cheap, although I did get a deal, apparently.
My heat and air is still not fixed, but, I'm going to try to sell some comics to maybe pay for that, as opposed to other possible ways to pay for that.
Oh, look at what Commander Beef wrote.
Oh, yeah. That's rough. 11 cents. Yeah. We may not continue this conversation on my show, but we might.
I don't even want to know.
We're going to show some comics for sale on my show, though. And we take requests. So if there's any stuff you guys are looking for, please drop in with your list and let us know. Make Ricky work. He's got to not only run around the store and do stuff, but he's got to also write things down, jot things down. So
Nancy, you took this down a dark turn that I never thought you'd be the person to take it down to.
I'm sorry. It's the truth. And it's not a bad thing.
So anyway, Jewish Dragons, yes, this is a beautiful Space Ghost versus Zorak. So $3,000. Come on. 20% down, the rest within 60 to 90 days. Let's do it. Come on. Oh my God. So what besides the Jokers, which I love, show that first Joker cover. All kidding aside. And
I showed these last week, actually. I haven't cleared the board for tonight yet because I've been talking to you. But this is a Joker one from that.
I love that cover.
Yeah, this is a cool one. So this one's $50. Very good.
Man, I remember when the original
I really didn't get to pricing a lot more from this collection, but I still have another couple hundred books from this collection to do. But okay. I didn't get to those. Instead, I priced a couple other collections that came in. So, I just run out of time. There's not enough time in the day.
No, there's not, is there? That's why Amy just gives me a bunch of sticky notes before she leaves. Don't forget to do this. Don't forget to do that. And right now, my door to my office is a whole load of sticky notes because she's on vacation.
Well, the goal would be to clear those by the time she comes back. Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna happen. Jewish Dragon,
Well, then you take them down and put them hide them somewhere in a drawer. Same thing.
Oh yeah, like that'll be a good idea. Definitely not get them done. Jewish Dragons, what was your grail of all grails? I want to know. You probably already said, and I just don't remember. Let's see what I can find out. I know I should have taken a vacation. Actually, would have been more effective. If Amy gets to take a vacation, I should take a vacation.
What's a vacation? What's that?
I don't know. I haven't had one since October 2004.
I haven't been on a vacation that didn't involve going to a comic convention, which I kind of count because it's the only kind of vacations I ever take. I haven't been on an actual vacation since 1987. I went to Puerto Vallarta.
Nice.
But that's a long time ago.
Wait, what?
37 years ago.
Okay, you win.
I just never go. I never go.
I didn't think this was a contest, but you win.
It's not. I'm just saying, vacation's not something I do.
Well, here's how crazy I am. Look at the price that this Spider-Man Red Sonja is from 2007. And Ruben was on the air. Ruben's an art dealer. He said that's how much he sold it for in 2007. I'm just praying I didn't pay more than that.
Well, the good thing is you need to put that out of your mind because you'll not know, and you don't want to know.
No, I don't.
So you gotta just push that thought away and go nah, I probably got a good deal on it. I probably paid $250.
Yeah, exactly. They already said that was $400 in Canadian dollars.
Oh.
I don't know if that's true, but
I don't know what the rate is right now, so I don't know how much that is in U.S. dollars.
Who knows? Back then it was pretty bad. I think it was $1.30 Canadian for every $1 American.
Something like that.
So I guess no extra discount tonight. Commander in Beef, come on. I mean, Commander in Beef, you got a $50 page. Oh, that's it.
Oh, Jewish Dragon came up with what his grail was. Nick.
Oh, Superman 308. Oh, nice. Congratulations, Jewish Dragons. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
His original copy got too moldy.
Wow. That's awesome. I'm very happy. It's always good to get your grails. It really is. One
of these years I'm going to make it to Heroes. I've never been to Heroes Con, and I'm literally just one over the mountain from it now.
Heroes and Baltimore Comic Con to me are the two best comic conventions.
Yeah, I've been to Baltimore a few times. I love that show. And I've always wanted to go to Heroes, but being in California, it was so far, and I just never made it there. But now, I literally am right over the mountain from there. So one of these years, I'm just gonna jump in the car and go.
Commander in Beef, I tell you what, this is what I'll do. I'll knock 10% off. All right. So $360. You can do a full $360. All of a sudden, I'm thinking Last Action Hero. Did you ever see the movie Last Action Hero?
I don't think so.
You never saw The Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, I don't think I saw that.
Oh, my God.
There's a lot of movies I haven't seen. I'm not that big on going to the movies.
There's a great scene where Anthony Quinn's number one betrays him, and he goes, I thought you were my friend. What are you doing? You pulled a 360 on me. He goes, 180, you idiot. If I pulled a 360, I'd be right back where I started. And he's going like this, what? He goes, trust me, and then shoots him. Rubber Baby Buggy. Let's see. Commander.
Now Jay's teasing me about not sleeping, but it's not funny. Last night I went home and I was so tired. I fell asleep for 3 hours. Then I woke up and then I was up all night. And then I slept 3 more hours. And then I've just had a very, very full day today. And tomorrow I'm driving to Knoxville to go to an ordination of priests and deacons at the cathedral up there. So that should be a full day of adventure.
It should be fun. The only like as Goose said, less action here was just a lot of satire. It was all about satire, and like there's it's Arnold Schwarzenegger's this character in the movie, and the kid gets a magic ticket, and like nobody gets hurt in the movie or anything, and Schwarzenegger says, "I'll be back," and he looks at the kid and goes, you didn't think I would say that, did you?" And the kid goes, "You always say that." So anyway,
well,
listen,
well, so far, just so you know, Marcus, the holy water doesn't seem to have any effect on me because I frequent the holy water, and there has been no burning or screaming or anything like that.
Is it the holy water you frequent, or is it the wine, the church's wine?
No, it's the holy water. No, I'm not much on the wine. I also am germaphobe, so I'm not like good about drinking out of a cup that 500 other people have drunk out of. But that's just me.
That's just Marla, Jesus. No, I will say this though: the way my tire popped, I actually count my lucky stars. I'm gonna flip back to this real quick.
Wow, this is a woo! All right, here we are back at that.
It's a 360. We went back to the beginning.
We got the 360 right back into the tire popping. There we go.
Well, it's a full circle tire. I actually think I got lucky because for that tire to blow a 3-inch hole, just jumping a curb, that could have popped anywhere.
What were you doing jumping curbs?
I didn't do it on purpose.
I also had an accident with the curb, which did not lead to me needing new tires, oddly enough, although it did turn out that I did need new tires, so it all worked out. But leaving here a few, I guess it was about a month ago, it was raining extremely hard. It was extremely dark. And one of the things about Tennessee that's very different than California is that there's no street lights to speak of here, and it's very dark. If there's no other cars, and I have a small car with very small headlights, so I did a little curb whacking in the rain.
Well, that's the whole thing. My back tire also hit the same curb, and nothing happened. So I think front.
But the popping of tires is one of those things where it just has to hit just right, just right. And yours just hit just wrong.
Yeah, really. Well, I just work here, but I try and look on the bright side, and I think that had that not happened, it might have happened on the bridge or somewhere else.
Well, I've hung around with you long enough tonight. I actually do have to do a couple things before the show.
Oh, sure, be that way.
And there's only like 10 minutes left, so there you go. So everybody hang in there and then just hang out with me for a couple more hours.
Listen, look at the bright side. Nobody spent money here, so they got plenty of money to help support you.
That would be nice. Well, I really do need my air conditioning fixed at home. It's very hot. So please come buy some comics. Thank you, Nick.
Not CJ, not good night, Nancy. See you soon, Nancy. That's
see me in a few minutes. I'll be back.
So take care, Nancy.
Bye.
Hey, Jay.
Yes, sir.
We need a new rule.
What's that?
Nick needs to sell. Oh, my God. All right. Once in a lifetime. Lady Pendragon. Let's do it. Let's see if anybody wants to buy this. This is my only John Stinsman Lady Pendragon cover. $22.50. That's... Amy cannot read my handwriting. I said $27.50. Jesus. No, leave it at $22.50. I said $27.50. All right, if anybody wants it, you got the extra special price at $22.50. John Stinsman, Marlo Ikea. I will never put this on the air again. I love this cover. I just wanted to bring something different. And well, that's $500 off the $1,150 off. So now it's $1,650 off. So this is a really cool cover. So if you wanted to put this on the payment plan, $500 down, the other $1,750 within 2 to 3 months is fine. Just give me a little bit of money every month so I know that you're not going to stiff me. Only one person ever has. So What year did this come out? What year was Lady Pendragon? I think it was like 94, 95, 96. Probably 96. Let's look it up. Lady Pendragon. The second series was in 98. God, this is when comics were $2.50 and they felt expensive. Yeah. So 1996 one-shots. I don't remember. I don't know which series this covers to, but it's anywhere between 96 and 98. Yeah, Mike, it got picked up. I'm sorry, buddy. So, well, he's not here. He's not here, Marcus. So, this is a great cover. This really, really is. I mean, look at what the 90s art is going for these days. Yeah, I'm not sure this is the 1999 series, but I'm not sure it's not either. So, all right, guys, listen. It could be. I'm not sure it is or isn't, Boo. But even if it's the 1995-99 series, that's 25 years old. 25-year-old cover of Matt Hawkins. Really cool Lady Pendragon. Kopecky special. He never comes to my show, Marcus. You'll have to let him know I have it. Still the 90s. That's all right, buddy. So, all right. Guys, Friday night, thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with all my old man stories. I should be selling, but I enjoy just chilling with you guys. Next Friday, I don't know. Next Friday, I'm either going to put up for sale all the art I didn't get to today, or maybe we will do a talk show. Who knows? Oh, John Ken. Yeah, Stinsman's a good guy. From what I mean, I haven't talked to him in 25 years, but he was a good guy. My pleasure, Commander in Beef. Please don't tell Pam I told that story about making out on the couch and the cop knocking on the window and then calling my dad. She will not be happy if I talk about that. So let's keep it to ourselves. It is Friday night. Thank you for being here. What I'll say is hug your loved ones. You never know. And be kind to each other. You know, I will say this on Sunday night, being in a little bit of a sketchy neighborhood, and, you know, that guy who helped me, who I ended up giving $30 to, other people have it worse. You know, those of you that are here who can afford to buy art, this really is a luxury. Listen, it's a lot of fun. I mean, any hobby is a luxury. So I always say this, be kind to each other. And that guy was kind to me. You know, he didn't have to help me. He didn't have to stop the first time, and he didn't have to come back the second time to make sure I was okay. So be kind to each other. You never know what the other person's going through, and pray for the world to get a better place. You know, pray for the war with Israel and Palestine to end. Pray for the war in the Ukraine to end. Pray for there to be peace. I would even say pray for famine to end. Make the most out of life. We only go around once. And thank you for being here. You guys are the best. You know, this is one of the most fun things I do all week, and this is my favorite way to end the week. So I couldn't do it without you. And let's all be a little bit nicer, make the world a better place. In a few minutes, you got two things happening, and you can put it on two tabs. You got Nancy at 9 o'clock, and you got Bill Cox at 9 o'clock with Adam Law. So you guys can look at both. Tomorrow at 7:30, there is no Fat Jacks while they're hopefully trying to resolve everything. 7:30 tomorrow night, Jam City Comics. Ruben, 8 o'clock.
Jam
Huh?
actually had to cancel,
Oh, really? Okay.
and I didn't get anything from Ruben this week.
Yeah, you did. Let me look for it. Unless he sent it to the wrong game. Well, okay, so Greg Goldstein is on Sunday with Ruben the Collector. So let me see if I can find it. Maybe he sent it to the wrong Jay by mistake. Oh my God. He sent it only to me. Jay, I'm sending it to you now.
Okay.
So Greg Goldstein on Sunday at 8. Please do check it out. Greg's a great collector in our hobby. Ruben the Commercial. Monday at 5, Miss Jen will have some interviews. 6 o'clock, Comic Collectibles with Rex and John. 10:30, Devil's Advocate with Kyle and Bronze Age Nerd. Tuesday at 7 in stores this week. 8 o'clock, Manhunter Comics. 10 o'clock, Henri. Wednesday at 7 is Comic Collectibles with Rex. 8 o'clock is Chuck Pino's Quiz Show. 9 o'clock is 360 Comics. Thursday at 7 is What's in the Box. 8 o'clock is Comic Geek Speak. 10 o'clock is Mog Park. And then next Friday at 7, you have me again. So there we go. There's the two handsome guys. You got them right there. What are we down to? Like 3 people watching now, Jay?
No, we still got 48 people.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging. Thank you for kicking off our weekend. There will be a quiz on the schedule. Yeah, man. As Bueller would say, live your best life. Let's do. No, that was Doug Goldstein, Steve. Greg Goldstein worked at Topps Comics and IDW and a few other places. Yeah, Ruben, sorry that I missed the fact that you only sent it to me. I'll pay more attention in the future. So I apologize for that. So love you all. Jay, take us away.
Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.